Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Clay with Heavyweight Comics. We're continuing our review series of the 90s X-Men, and this is issue 2. And what I've been doing the past couple videos is that I've been trying to go over in 4 parts the story, the art, is the comic fun, and do I recommend it? Well, I wanted to start off a little differently because this book, while it was good, it was fun to read. I felt like it was more of a filler. There was a few, little points in the plot where, it could be shared and they could be vital to the story. I get it. But I really felt like this book just kind of helped progress things along. It wasn't really like any pivotal moments in the story that I really want to talk about. What I more want to address is the fact that this book is really cool in the sense that it reminds me why Magneto is so bad. Like why he is one of the baddest dudes in the Marvel universe. And I think Chris Claremont and Jim Lee just do a great job expressing how just intense of a villain he is towards the X-Men. And I understand he's flip-flopped from being a hero to a villain throughout the X-Men's history, and this book again just reminds me of like why he is such a big deal. Again, small spoilers, but like there's 2 points in the story where Magneto just really shines as like, wow, this guy he really is atop the heap as some of the, one of those villains that he's a threat for any hero. Does not matter who it is, whether it's the Avengers, or the X-Men or whoever. It is seriously like, it's a big deal when Magneto's involved. And this book expresses that beautifully. And that's something I really appreciate about this book, is that, sometimes we kind of lose appreciation for the villains because the heroes are always pushed so hard that when we're trying to make them look heroic, and obviously you need a great villain to make them look heroic. And anytime that the X-Men face Magneto, it instantly elevates their level of awesomeness, to say the least. So, one part particularly that was so cool was that there was this jet coming in one of the panels, and it shoots these plastic missiles right at Magneto, and he's able to stop them even though I guess they're somehow still plastic. I didn't quite understand that. Felt like it was a small plot hole because he even states himself that they're plastic, but he's still able to stop them. But then he takes these metal, these steel beams from some of the rubble that's happened in Genosha, and he just flings up these steel beams and just takes down the chopper. It's such a cool scene, and it's just like, man, Magneto's just so bad, and I love it. So this book is cool, I would say, for that specific reason, that this book is one of those books that I've read, or at least in this series, because I haven't read that much X-Men. That's why I'm doing this whole series in the first place, and it's been fun to get reacquainted with these characters, so from my own experience in reading comics, like I'm excited that this is one of those books that I can now look back on and say like, wow, Magneto did some cool stuff, and I can see why he is such a big deal. Even though I already knew that, this book just reiterates that in some fun points. Another thing I took away from this book was that I've honestly never read that much with Psylocke. She's been one of those characters that I've kind of stayed clear of, again, because I have a preference on the kind of characters I follow, and I've never thought that she was the kind of character I'd be into. And even though in this book, there's not that much that really points out as her character is super interesting, she does something really cool in this book, with her psychic knives, and generally she, I guess, is not able to really be a threat to Magneto, but at one point in this book, due to some circumstances that happen in it, she's able to really hurt him with the psychic knives. And I think I included the picture in the video, where she just goes complete ham on Magneto and shows up in a big way. And the panel was awesome. I loved the shot of her taking on Magneto, and it really made her look really cool in this book, and that was awesome. On that same note with Psylocke, it continues to shine on Jim Lee's talents, and that is boobs, butts, and Beast ain't getting no attention. So Beast was drawn quite a bit in this book, but I feel like he's, again, not given a lot of time to really stand out. I love Beast. I think he's super cool. I love the way he talks and his unique approach to things, and I love Beast as an X-Men, from the cartoon series to other X-Men books I've read. But again, there's quite a few shots again where you're getting a lot of Psylocke butt, a lot of Rogue butt, and it's kind of just annoying for me because again I'm family oriented and I like to be able to pass these books on to my kids and let them read them and share the experience with me. So in that regard, it's still kind of disappointing that I'd rather not show my kids these books. I just don't think that they need to be looking at that, and I don't really care to look at it either. But it's again hard to you gotta kind of just chew up the meat, spit out the bones. With a lot of the Jim Lee's books, cause he's part of some great series, and this obviously is one of them. But yeah, again, I'm just not into over-sexualized characters. I think I've stressed that quite a bit already in these videos that I've done. So anyway, but would I recommend this book? I think so, especially if you're an X-Men. I'm not just an X-Men fan, a Magneto fan. I think the cover is obviously like so just magnetizing, pun intended. I mean, like it's if you love Magneto, you're gonna enjoy this book. He does some cool things, and this book really highlights why he is one of the baddest dudes in the MCU. So, anyway, guys, like tell me what you think. When you read issue 2, whether it was back in the day or it's been recently. What were your thoughts on the book? Did you enjoy it? What do you think of this series as a whole? Do you think that Magneto, like, where do you rank him in the Marvel Universe? Is he one of your big baddies? Or, do you prefer him as a hero? Just curious to hear your thoughts. So anyway, comment down below, like, share the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.